We give him praise and thanks for his mercy and his goodness to the human family. The greatest of his mercies is that when we are lost and in need of guidance, he raises from among the people prophets and messengers through whom he sends scripture that gives us a greater knowledge of him, a greater knowledge of our condition, a greater knowledge of ourselves, that we might be brought closer to God and guided to the path of his divine favor. We thank him for Moses and the Torah. We thank him for Jesus and the gospel. We thank him for Muhammad and the Quran. Peace be upon these worthy servants of Allah. I am a student of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I could never thank Allah enough for his intervention in our affairs, raising up one to lead, teach, and guide us into a process that would make us one day the most beautiful, the most civilized, the most manifesting of God's presence on earth, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I greet all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, with greeting words of peace. Salam alaikum. To Brother Russell Simmons, the Mike Concepcion, to Mr. Benjamin Muhammad, to our regional representative, Mr. Tony Muhammad, to all on this dais, to the honored guests that are present, and to each of you, the leaders of the hip-hop culture and generation. It is indeed a great honor for me to be asked to speak to you, because I see in you probably what you might not see in yourselves. And I want to help you to see who you are, so that you can accept the responsibility that God and time has put on your shoulders. You really are the leaders of young people all over our planet. Your voices, your words, your rhythms have attracted young people in all of the countries of the earth that allow your music and your lyrics to be played. You have indeed crossed all language barriers, all racial and ethnic barriers, all religious barriers, to touch youth all over the world. The one thing that has eluded the human family is the most precious of all gifts, and that is the gift of peace and contentment of mind. You can have money, you can have some degree of power and notoriety, but if one does not have peace and contentment of mind, which money cannot buy and power cannot give, then your life, though it looks attractive to those who don't have what you have, you know that your life is empty as long as you are not the possessor of peace and contentment of mind. How does one get peace? I thought that I should start like this, because the scripture says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. But there are too few peacemakers in the world, too few members of the human family that really know how to make peace. Peace is a word that nations use, kings use, rulers use. We want peace, a just peace, a lasting peace. But the scriptures say they shall seek peace, but they shall not find it. We have a United Nations committed to peace, but they can't find it. We have a world crying out for peace and conflict in every part of the world, but peace they cannot find. They can discover oil and mine it out of the earth. They can discover gold and uranium and silver and diamonds, but peace they cannot find. Why?